Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson, set to bring this to you. Jamie Fairbairn getting this one started. Off we go from the Steel City. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Well, here come the Steelers, and that's the sight that looks odd, but people were looking to see after keeping us waiting all spring. Year 21 in the league for Aaron Rodgers, his first as the Steelers quarterback.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Well, there's fast starts, Mike, and then there's this. It just seems like it's completion after completion, and now they find themselves in plus territory. Every team has their fringe red zone down to their red zone plan, and once you cross midfield, you got to be thinking 6, at the worst 3, but you're coming away with points.
A throw on the move is caught, and no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Well, not exactly a highlight reel type play, but in some cases, just checking the ball down to your fullback, picking up some positive yards is the only play that's to be made.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. That's over the middle and taken in by Fryermuth. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
3rd and 1.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. We'll try and run it here with Warren. Moving this to the 36-yard line will give them enough. Chains will move. It's a first down.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
Here's the change of pace back. That's Kenneth Gainwell. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Big Sheldon Rankins in there for the stop.
2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. Rodgers will set up the screen to Gainwell. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all 3 levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. And that's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
He'll try and get there on the ground.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Steelers first down.
Really nice job here, not only avoiding the rush on 3rd down, but quickly finding that crease, get downfield, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Off the play fake, Rodgers under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Big Sheldon Rankins getting through there to drop him for a loss of 6.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. He'll dump this out wide to Gainwell. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
It's now 3rd down and
Really well
goal.
done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
Oswell's kick is good. And the Steelers are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
There's 3 points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So out come the Houston Texans, and Greg, it is one of the good quarterbacks in the league. Offensive Rookie of the Year, number 2 pick in that 2023 draft. Year 3 for C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State.
I think when you break down this game, Mike, I think it's really quite simple. I think it really comes down to the age-old, hey, be balanced on offense. Can their passing attack and rushing attack complement each other? Because what that does is it makes the defense defend the entire field. And then the #1 goal of every team, every week in the NFL, no self-inflicted negatives. That's tackles for loss, sacks, and then, of course, the most important one, don't turn the ball over. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Stroud. Got his man. It's Kirk. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
On 1st down, it's Stroud. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. He was trying to connect with his tight end, Dalton Schultz. And that will lead to a 2nd down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
He'll go right back to Kirk again. It's complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop, and that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, That's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
So on 4th down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. Calvin Austin deep for the Steelers. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Steelers offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They had the field goal on the opening drive, took the early lead. See if they can improve on that here. 3-0 our score as we begin 1st and 10. He'll start this on the ground with Warren. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Here's Gainwell. Room to run at the 40. And he's out of bounds up close to the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
16-yard pickup on that one. That's a Steeler 1st down.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. From the pistol, it's Gainwell. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Steeler 1st down.
This offense has to be thrilled, Mike, with the success they've had here on the ground in this opening quarter. Now as the rest of the game unfolds, everything in the game plan continues to open up.
Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Second and 10. Here's Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Steelers, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the lead stands at 6-0 as this one is kicked off. Here's Smith to return it. Uh-oh. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Texans offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Stroud gonna set up to throw. He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. Quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They'll run it, and it's the USC man, Woody Marks. And he's going to get 1st down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Texans 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So we are through one on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Steelers with the early lead. And we're back to the Steel City after this. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins as they've got it with 1st and 10. Now Stroud. Over the middle. He's got the tight end Schultz.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but 1st down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. From the gun, here's Stroud. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Here's 1st and 10. Stroud to throw. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the catch, put the ball away, then become a runner.
On 2nd down, Stroud. A short throw pulled in by Schultz. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective. All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
A 2nd down throw for Stroud. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down.
And the Texans,
they continue to roll, continue to move the chains. That was a gain of 15.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around?
Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes. The big veteran, Cameron Hayward, in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
Now it's the veteran, Dare Ogunbowale. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
This is one of those plays where you got to give them some love after. Let them know it was an outstanding run and all that. Because even though it was a good effort, it's hard not to feel disappointed, Mike, that they somehow weren't able to move the chains.
Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. This one caught before, and he'll take it on in. Justin Watson, touchdown Texans.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Texans 7, Steelers 6.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. On the return, it's Kenneth Gainwell. Now a hit, and he lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. Special teams comes through again. We don't talk about it nearly enough, but sometimes the biggest plays of the game happen like that one. The kickoff return, fumble, recovered, and momentum swings again.
Everybody loves to see a big return, Mike, but the priority of any kick return unit, just give your offense a chance to possess the ball. And in this case, they don't do that. They turn the ball over, and now they find themselves back out there on defense.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Steelers' 13-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Throwing from the pistol, Stroud. A throw on the run is complete. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal.
This quarterback has a reputation for being one of the faster quarterbacks in the league, but what I loved here is, yes, he used his legs, but he remained a passer for as long as he could, and leads to a nice pickup.
Kirk is the motion man. They'll run with Marks, and he is going the wrong way, tackled back at the 7.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Stroud. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Throwing here on 3rd. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Fourth down, and on comes Kaimi Fairbairn for the Houston field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Texans extend their lead to 10-6.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Steelers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. A-Rod now to throw on 1st down. I'll throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And it'll lead to a 2nd down.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is, firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
He finds Metcalf on the slant. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
3rd down, 3 to go. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
This brought in out past the 20. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. On 1st and 10, here's Stroud.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and 3. Here's Stroud. A marker comes in as he goes down. It is a sack, and that flag definitely in the area of holding. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Stroud. This is caught. He got the connection to Collins. Give him 14 on that one. 1st down for Houston.
Texans, 1st down. A gain of
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
43-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
19 more yards.
19 more on that one, and another first down.
He took a shot on that throw, but you don't feel it quite as much when you pair it with a throw as good as that one. So kudos for him standing in that pocket, delivering a strike to pick up that first down.
This one completes to Higgins. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Second and 5 at the Steelers' 19-yard line.
Stroud. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. That one incomplete. Coverage outstanding there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot, and now it is fourth down.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Texans add on to their lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line. The Steelers offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll be looking to answer back. They trail 13-6 and start this one with 1st and 10. Rodgers. Open man. That's one was Valdez-Scantling. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33. First time they've looked his way tonight. Good time to do it. It's a first down.
Well, the run after catch is certainly nice, and they're definitely going to take it. But watch the savviness of the route running. Certain guys just have a better feel for running these slant routes than others, and it's a nice result.
He'll push forward for about a yard. That's Henry Toto on the tackle.
Henry Toto on the stop. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 35-yard line.
2nd down and 8. From the gun, Rodgers. He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 3.
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
And a
I can't tell you, Mike, how many of these offensive skill players around the league, they look at man coverage as like a personal offense. After that last completion on the way back to the huddle, I think he had a few choice words for him. I think he said, hey, man, you can't guard me one-on-one. You better ask your coach for some help, because if he doesn't, you're going to be in for a long day. It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to two. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and they can't wait for that next ball to be thrown their way.
Rodgers going up top again.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
They go 5 receivers for 3rd down and 4. That'll be complete to Gainwell. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
That's going to be out of bounds. Well judged and spotted right at the 10-yard line. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. On 1st down, it's Stroud. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. They'll wind up getting enough to pick up the 1st down. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. One final throw before the break. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The 1st half has come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you. This one still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as our 2nd half is about to get underway. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. The Texans offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this 3rd quarter. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stroud. Throw left side, taken in by Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. That one good for 26 yards.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up first and goal.
Another Texans first down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And that's a productive run. He gets this one down to the 4.
A gain of 5 brings up second and goal.
Inside the 5, it is second and goal. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position. But with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6. But after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Here's Stroud. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is fourth down.
And on third down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Texans will extend their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Fairbairn, after making the field goal, heads back out to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. They'll get across the 20, mark them down at the 23-yard line. The Steelers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Jalen Petrie up to make the tackle.
Jalen Petrie on the stop. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's second and 7. On the ground, Gainwell. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
Third and 7. Here's Rodgers. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down.
At some point, you would just like to see that internal clock start to speed up. The longer the play goes on, the more vulnerable you become as the quarterback. Get rid of the ball, but no matter what, you have to avoid the sack.
Steelers getting ready to put this one away, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
41-yard line.
The Texans offense make their way out to take over once more. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. First and 10. Stroud gonna set up to throw. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 6. Kirk is the motion man. They'll run straight ahead with Marks. Oh, and he takes a really good lick in the backfield. They were all over him defensively for that run.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Back to throw, Stroud. Escaping to his left. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 32
It is a
yards.
big-time play for Houston. 32 yards.
It's a gain
The
of
defensive
32.
line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Mike, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
From the 24 now, here is 2nd and 6. Stroud to throw. He'll go right back to Kirk again. It's complete. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
Throwing from the pistol. Stroud to the goal line and in. Dalton Schultz. Touchdown, Houston.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Fairbairn able to add the extra point, and the Texans will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Steelers 6.
And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. The return starts from the 5. Oh, yeah. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. The deficit is 17, so they got to start cutting into it soon. See if it starts here. 1st and 10. Play action now with Rodgers. To the tight end, Freiermuth. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Off the play fake, Rodgers. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and Certainly a good decision. Maintain possession of the ball.
On 3rd and 1, here's Rock. That's over the middle and intercepted. That's the linebacker, Azeez Al-Shai.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Now Stroud. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. It's 2nd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On 2nd down, Stroud. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. A gain there of 23 yards. It's good for a Texans 1st down.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there. And that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. Here comes the jet sweep. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. The Steelers think they've got one, and they do.
You know, it's amazing, Mike, that guys still end up fumbling the ball, because I can tell you from experience, the first 15 minutes of every offensive practice is ball security circuit, and that could be a combination of multiple things. How to go to the ground without getting loose to the ball, almost like the art of falling. It could be running over bags or through bags as guys take swats at the ball trying to knock it out. There are so many ways to simulate what the game is like, because at the end of the day, if you want to win in the NFL, protecting the ball is the #1 priority, and it cannot be stressed enough.
A run with Gainwell. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and a yard. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a 1st down.
A gain of 3.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
They'll run here with Gainwell. That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Here's a 2nd and 3 from the 33. On play action, Rodgers. Metcalf left side, he's got it. He's across midfield. And he will go all the way. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
That was a big-time answer by this offense, and they was starting to get away, didn't it, Mike? I mean, now it's up to their defense. Can they get a stop of their own so they can get their offense back out there, get the ball back, and try to build off this last drive?
Boswell adds the extra point, and the Steelers are able to cut the deficit to 10.
23. Steelers 13.
Boswell now, following the touchdown, back out to kick this one off. He fields it at the 8. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. On the ground, it's Marks. He opens the drive. And he skips away nicely for that first defender. It's a pickup of 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A second down throw for Stroud. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Throwing on second down. Stroud. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
From the gun here on third down, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete. Nico Collins was the intended receiver there. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
And a fair catch is taken. It is just inside the 20-yard line. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Quickly after a gain of about 1. Big Sheldon Rankins in there for the stop. From the 21, here's 2nd and 8. So, 3 quarters now in the books. And Monday Night Primetime continues after this. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. From the gun, Rodgers. Complete Metcalf with the grab. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
13 yards on the
Remember,
play.
he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
1st and 10 at
And this
the
is a tricky
35-yard
part of the
line.
game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
They get an even 20 on that one. That's a Steeler first down.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Play fake. It's Rodgers. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. 19 more on that one. And another first down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
A first down throw from Rodgers. Check this down to Gainwell out of the backfield. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. That's a gain of 11. And they'll move the chains with another first down.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Again, it's Rodgers. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On 3rd down, we'll try to get it on the ground. And he will score! Game on! Kenneth Gainwell. Touchdown, Steelers. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3. A field goal here in the 4th quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Here's Smith to return it. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. The Texans offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. to throw. It's Stroud. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
From the gun, here's Stroud. He'll get this complete over the middle with Kirk. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A gain of 7 yards, and it's third down.
This crowd into it now as we get to third down. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. That is caught, finding Higgins. 11 yards on the pass there. First down for Houston.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at their 49-yard
Second and
line.
inches. Kirk is the motion man. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. To the left side. Caught by Schultz. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice game.
On first and 10. Here's Stroud. To the right side. Kirk's got it. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds after a gain of only a couple.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
On the give, it's Marks. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Texans first down.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
And he's able to push his way forward, a gain of about 2. It'll be second down.
Brings up second and 7.
Stroud gonna tuck this one on the zone read. A gain of 11 on that one. First down for Houston.
It's a gain of 11. And the Texans first down. First and 10 at the 14-yard
So, Mike, at the
line.
core of a successful zone read play is that the quarterback understands which defender is he responsible for. That is the defender they're trying to put in a bind. In this case, he chooses the runner. The quarterback pulls the ball, and he's able to take off for a big gain.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but it's out of bounds, says the official who was right there. Not the most accurate pass. It's incomplete, and it's second down.
Well, it's going to go down as an incompletion, but it wasn't from a lack of effort. I mean, he did everything in his power to try to get both feet in bounds. The pass just took him a little bit too close to the sideline, and he just wasn't able to save the play.
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Paige Stover. Touchdown, Texans. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Fairbairn, good on the point after. And the Texans will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Steelers offense. And their running back set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
35-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. The second down throw is incomplete.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
Third, they need 8. To throw, it's Rodgers. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. 12 yards on that hookup. Good for a Steeler first down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
Throw here down the field will fall incomplete. He was seeking out the veteran Adam Thielen that time. And it'll bring up second down. Rodgers going up top again. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. That the former defensive rookie of the year, Will Anderson, in for the sack. It is a loss of 8, and now it's third down.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and the defense is able to get home.
Third and long. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on fourth and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. Texans offense ready to get back at it. They're going to be trying to play keep away in this situation. Use as much clock as possible. Up a couple of scores as they start this drive. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Marks. And he's able to fight through one tackle here and pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
At the 42-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Stroud. To the left side, into the hands of Collins. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Stroud. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And this defense, they just continue to put in a great night's work. I mean, Mike, you think whether it's been blitz schemes, stunts, whatever you name it, this offensive line has had its hands full. They have allowed their quarterback to be hit way too many times.
The Texans getting all set to punt as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Steelers offense ready to take over once again. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
To the left side and pulled in. Valdez-Scantling. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. 25 yards, the pickup there. That's a Steeler 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
They'll drop to throw. He'll dump this out wide to Gainwell. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Texans' 44-yard line.
Here's 2nd down. They'll throw again. Here's Rodgers. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away. Picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Rodgers on 3rd and 2. He'll try and get there on the ground. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. Clock stops with 1:06 to go in this one.
The Steelers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Two timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10. A quick slam here. Caught by Valdez-Scantling. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
This is 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. That is hauled in at the 5. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step one. The offense did their job, get this thing back within one possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3 of field goals here in the 4th quarter. With 1 timeout remaining, all they can really do here is try to recover an onside kick. Past midfield.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally 1 step ahead of the defense all game long. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So it's a win for the visiting Texans. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. And that was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.